In this world of endless technology, what do you need to capture your ride, enhance your safety, and just have a good time? There's a few devices I'm going to go over, what I carry, and some ones that make your ride a little bit more enjoyable that you don't need, but will capture all the memories to share with everyone on this glorious thing we call YouTube. So stick around. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show you kind of the must-haves in my mind from a safety perspective, and from just capturing the moments that you will no doubtly find on any of these routes that we go on. So we're going to go through those, and then I'm not going to go into these in depth, but I hope this helps. So the first one I want to do is the good old Garmin InReach satellite communicator. So if you're going into the deep woods, especially by yourself, you need to be able to communicate. If you get hurt, if you don't have cell signal, whatever the case may be, a Garmin InReach is a great lifeline. There's other devices like Spot and some others, but Garmin to me is kind of the standard now for this. Now, as you can see, this is an older one. So the InReach Mini 2 is kind of the new one. This is the SE Plus. I've had this for quite some time. I use this when I would go backpacking, or bike packing, excuse me, and backpacking. This has been a very, very reliable device. It has an SOS button, so if I got into a bad spot where I can't get out, I can do an SOS and communicate with the authorities to come get me. This is the very expensive button right here. Luckily, have not had to use that yet, but you can get plans to text people. It can track you. There's a lot of things you can do with this. So this is a device I highly recommend. I carry this on my person usually all the time. It's probably about time to upgrade. I just haven't bitten the bullet to spend the few $100s on a new one. Next to that, my next go-to would be a navigation device. There's a lot of options. If you've watched my channel long enough, you kind of know what I use, and that's the DMD devices, using the DMD2 application that they have. There's a lot of options. Garmin Zumo is another great option that's out there, very popular option. Your phone, you can get multiple apps like Gaia, Ride with GPS, different things that you can use on your phone. I do always recommend to have a dedicated GPS unit and then your phone as a backup. You don't want your phone, if it dies, if it breaks, whatever happens, you want your phone as your backup, and you want a strict navigation device that's more rugged than the typical phone in my mind. So what I have personally right now, I do run the 8-inch tablet from DMD. Really good option there. I also have the 6-inch phone version for DMD that I'll be testing here shortly. I also have the XT2 Zumo on the way, and I'm going to do an in-depth comparison of that versus the 6-inch, because to me those are kind of the two from a size perspective that are the closest to compare. So we'll be doing that, so look forward to that here soon. But from a navigation perspective, there's a lot of options. If you have questions, let me know. From there, the next one I would say is a good Bluetooth communication headset. This is the Cardo Edge. I've used Cardo pretty much the entire time. Sena is the other one that's real popular. You can't go wrong with either of those. To me, it's who who are the guys that you're riding with, what are they using. For the most part, the people I ride with have Cardo, so that's why we run those. So to me, those are kind of the top things that to me are must-haves, because from a communication perspective, not only does this enhance just your ride experience, being able to talk to your buddies and listen to music, hear directions, different things. To me, it's also a safety item in a group. You can communicate with each other, cars, blind spots, objects in the road, different things. So to me, the top items are, again, your Cardo or Bluetooth headset, a navigation device, and an inReach or some type of communication, satellite communication, okay? Now from there, we get into kind of how do I document my ride? So there's a lot of options out there that are not cheap. And so a lot of YouTube channels, a lot of guys, all they're using is just a basic GoPro. Okay, you don't have to go buy everything I'm showing you now. It's nice to get different viewpoints, different quality. You don't, like, this is a GoPro 8. It's a bit older now. This will capture everything in really good quality, just fine. So if that's all you need and if that's all the money you have, yeah, get a GoPro and start recording. A lot of guys with their YouTube channels, they're using a GoPro for everything. So what I have is I have a GoPro Hero 12 and the 8. Now we could have a whole nother video on GoPro versus DJI versus Insta360. In my mind, any of them, what's the best deal? Yes, GoPro, I have been having some issues lately. If I was to go back and buy again, I would go probably with another one. I'd probably go Insta360 or DJI personally. But again, I'm buying, so I'm not getting any of the stuff on this table I'm showing you right now. I bought with my own money. So yeah, GoPro, I've been a little bit unhappy with the reliability lately on those, and you'll hear plenty of stories about that. The other thing is, so this is kind of a newer device that I got. This is the Insta360 X4. So you get 360 view with this. This gives you some really cool angles and viewing opportunities that you don't get with a traditional action camera. So I'm really looking forward to getting some content with this. You can get the selfie sticks and mount those to different angles. You can get them high enough to where you're really getting drone-like footage with these. But this is going to give you footage that you can't get with any other camera. So that's another one. And of course you can mount that on different areas to get different viewpoints. To me, one of the funnest and really devices to capture, especially going out west and different places, is a drone. I mean, you really can't get that footage without having a drone in your arsenal. So yes, they are a bit pricey. This is the DJI Mini 4 Pro. This is a phenomenal camera. It's a small footprint, which is why I have it. And so what I do is I have that. I do have the full RC2 controller with the built-in screen. And then I have 3 batteries total. I have just the standard batteries that come with that as well. And so I carry all this, and just to show you, I have a Kriega. This is the Trail 9, the T9, and this is kind of the smaller one. It's got a dry bag, and then it has another bag. I actually use, I have a 4-liter Sea to Summit dry bag for the other one. That way I have both storage compartments. They're both waterproof, where I put all my electronics on my back at all times, okay? And then you can also throw some other things in there. So that's kind of the basic stuff that I have. So I'm recording on my DJI Pocket 3. That's another great option. It does such good footage. It's got the gimbal. To me, yeah, you can get a lot of stuff on your phone as far as video. The new phones do phenomenal. But having the gimbal, the low light video on the DJI is really, really good. So that's another one. It's small, pretty compact, and I throw that in there. The other thing so there's a lot of options as far as like placement of these things, where you put them, how you charge them. One thing I do carry on my helmet is a thin battery pack with a USB-C wire. And so the way it's set up on mine is I have Velcro on both sides of my helmet. And so depending on what side I want it to be on, so on this side, I can just attach it and then I'll connect it to my GoPro on my helmet. Okay, if I do it on the other side, I can then charge my Cardo Edge. So it's kind of nice to be able to flip it around and charge whatever I need to charge. That's the other thing. I do have a Motorad's mount on my Klim Krios Pro helmet. It's really good. I hate to say it, but the chin mount, it fell off, gosh, on March Moto Madness. It just came right off. It was just dangling here. I did hardwire in my GoPro now. The Bluetooth on the Hero 12 is just not reliable. So I didn't trust it, so I hardwired into a Rogue Panda mic. So that's what I'm doing there. I do need, one thing I'm looking at is how do I set up a charging station kind of in my tail bag. If you have any options or great ideas, let me know. I got to look at how I do that to keep, you know, drone batteries charging while I'm riding, different things charging. It'd be nice to have a really clean, nice setup for that. So if you have any great ideas, shoot me pictures or ideas there. The other thing is backing up videos and different things. So day trips, I'm not too concerned about. It's the multi-day trips. I'd hate to lose a device and lose all the footage or something happen. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an external SSD hard drive, and then I'm going to have this Anker 7-in-1 adapter. And what you can do is you can plug in your hard drive to this. You can insert your micro SD card, and then you can plug it into your phone, and your phone acts as the how you can then move files from your SD card to the hard drive and back up on a daily basis. So that's my plan there. Otherwise, that's the majority of kind of the tech I have. Again, going from, to me, the things that you definitely should carry, and then some of the optional items. Because to me, technology is awesome. It can be very overwhelming for some. It can be unreliable. When it doesn't work, it's very frustrating. So just, you know, work through that. They're not going to function 100% of the time, so you just have to be able to deal with that. And then just so you know too, from a mounting perspective, there's a lot of different mounts. But I have this metal, this is a small rig, and it has a clamp. It's very sturdy. I like this one a lot. And you can move this around the bike, different places, bars, racks, crash bars, wherever you want to mount this to mount your GoPros, 360s, all that. So I have a few of these around so you can do different angles. So yep, just want to share that. If you have any suggestions, anything, any comments, please leave it down below, but we'll do some more in-depth of these as we go. The next one to come will be the DMD 665 phone versus, not really versus, but comparing it to the Garmin Zumo XT2. Which one's better for your purpose? I have a few ideas. I'll have, I'm going to put them on my 701, and we're going to do a 500-mile Smoky Mountain 500 routes, and I'll be using both of them at the same time to really show me how they both function kind of against each other and pros and cons of those. So looking forward to that. So hopefully the next probably 2 or 3 weeks, I will have that ready for you as well. So please subscribe. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.